matte.
Fresh toner in the printer.
Ooh. I am black. It's just a weight off my shoulders, guy.
One of the things that happens in writing is that sometimes you're describing things and we fall into
Cliché.
We fall into expected phrasing, language that just doesn't feel fresh. So this is an exercise that we're going to do. We're going to take the color black and we're going to find
Is black a color?
the absence of light. Is that what you, I mean? So it's actually on that. Let's take it. Again, focusing on color. So I could actually write that for my first block. Absence of light.
I'm already winning.
You did great. You're doing great. So now all we need to do is think of 49 more ways to say the color black. And the goal with this is it's okay to start off with the kind of the expected things that kind of jump out immediately at you. Maybe you're working on a poem. Maybe you don't need a color. Maybe you need like a taste. Maybe you need like an object or something like that. Do what you need. But let us know what you're working on. But eventually, as you get through with this, the goal is also to kind of start breaking away from that and to start getting into things that are stranger, more unusual, less expected. So, for instance, the headphones in my home office. Now, maybe that's not going to work great in a poem because many people have not been in my home office, so they wouldn't actually know that, but it's just kind of things.
More
that
people
kind
than
of
you would imagine.
When?
Sometimes I just have parties over here,
It's
and I'm
like
just like, come to Jeff's
it's like
home
office. It's
It's
cozy,
coming here.
but it's all right.
Just look through that window.
Okay, so we're gonna take turns.
What my mind sees when my eyes are closed.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Listen, I'm just gonna say coal.
Asphalt.
You say asphalt?
Yeah, asphalt.
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 Asphalt?
It's ASPH.
Asphalt. Asphalt. Have you always said it? Is this all right? So
is this the end of our friendship? Have you always said that?
I didn't even know
Get
that
out of
was
my
I
house.
just didn't even know that was an option. My mind is blown right now. What is happening? So, all right. So, how do you guys say this word? I say,
how you gonna tell you?
I've never. That's amazing.
This was like the most traumatic part of our.
My mind is
I can't
blown
believe
right now.
What's happening.
Other. I don't want to say like the dark side. I'm going to say the other side.
Obsidian.
That's a nice one.
Metallic.
Metallic?
You have like metallic black, right?
Yeah, right. Sure. You can have whatever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can have asphalt. You can have metallic. You can have whatever you want, man. You can get some strangers. Widow crawling behind my dryer.
Matte.
Like the TTE.
Mm-hmm. No, me, Jeff. If you guys don't know, I do identify as black. So that's. I don't know if this is kind of a big transformation for a lot of you guys, but for me, just like I've always felt black on the inside. It's time for me to really kind of live my truth. So everybody,
I'm
black.
Hang on. We have to give you your due. Hang on. All right, say your truth.
Everybody, and I'm 32 years. Yep. It's 32 years, and I would like to officially tell everybody out there. Man, it's so emotional. I am black. It's just a weight off my shoulders, guys.
I'm so proud of you.
I never thought I would be here.
I'm really proud of you.
I never thought I would be here with this, but then I could start saying the N word. I'm gonna ease into it. I don't want to say it now because I don't. It's like a lot. It's too fresh, but kind of I'm gonna work myself into it. So I'm not gonna put it on the graph, but just know I'm thinking it. The Cape of the Crusader.
I like the "k" sounds. Cape Crusader, yeah. Crusader. Let's say under the bamboo leaf.
Oh, okay. The Midnight Sky, the Mandalorian Darksaber,
Wait, what?
the Mandalorian Darksaber.
They have a black lightsaber.
It actually looks a lot more like a sword, like it looks like the blade of a sword.
After the fire.
Eyes of the Demon, just like that's like the one that's in my closet. His eyes go black.
Ajane, he is not talking about you. He is not talking about you.
Then he tells me to make banana bread and take the trash out.
Please.
No, seriously.
I asked you yesterday.
Your dark lord compels you. Do the dishes.
So tiger stripes. I know it sounds strange.
The imploded star. Isn't that like a black hole?
I think it depends how big the star is, but yeah.
As far as astronomy goes, I know all the planets in order. So I don't know.
Including Pluto? No, Pluto.
Both. But you guys.
Fun fact, isn't Pluto not always the farthest planet? All right, well, it's not always like the farthest thing. Like I think sometimes like Neptune is farther because it has like a weird lift.
I'll take you through it. First of all, the sun's a hot star. Mercury's hot too. Venus is the brightest planet. Earth's home to me and you. Mars is a red one. Jupiter is most wide. Saturn has those icy rings. Uranus spins on the side. Neptune's really windy. But Pluto, it was really small. We named the planets. Now we named them all. And I would challenge any astronomer out there to disprove my findings.
Would you like Pluto to be a planet?
No.
8's
a solid number. You know what I mean? We had Pluto. It's just like, okay, now it's 9. Now here's this guy who like barely got in.
Cooled lava.
Cooled lava. Scorched earth.
I see a trend. It was something really weird. Be like, what? I want a what reaction?
The letters on the scroll.
This is kind of what's supposed to happen. Like the farther you get on the chart, the harder it is supposed to be to complete. 'Cause you're supposed to be kind of pushing yourself. Closed mouth.
The skeleton in the chimney. Yeah. The limitations is over, baby.
So many questions on that.
Have you done the dishes yet?
Smoking candle.
The shuriken. Shuriken. The ninjas?
Is that what the
shuriken? Shuriken.
Spell for me.
SHURIKEN. Shuriken.
SHURIKEN. What is it?
Shuriken. It's like ninjas use it.
It's like the star?
Yeah. But it's like there's the stars, there's 4-point-ones, there's straight like, knife looking ones.
It's a projectile that you launch.
Yeah.
Brothers hungover fools.
What? Weird. He has like a black voice? He's drunk. Hey, my name's Greg. What's going on, man? Why that guy looking like me? Okay. Hey, whatever you say, brother. The Firestone tire inner tube. I don't know why I was so specific. I didn't have to be that specific. You can just put the tire in the tube.
They need that good publicity.
If you guys want to sponsor a poetry podcast.
The lungs after camels.
The rip in space time.
Say the rib or the rift?
Rip.
The rip, neither. All right. The shrimp?
The shrimps in space. The ocean depth.
Okay, final 3. Fresh toner in the printer.
Ooh, that's good.
Here's a nice feeling.
Tar.
Boards erased. Let's gotta talk about the exercise really quick. How'd you feel about it?
I liked it. I feel like there is some real utility in being able to expand what word, because the thing is, it's like all the words that we use, like all the references that we use, it's like it's really easy. I mean, maybe some of them are a little bit obscure, Um, I'm thinking like stuff like definitely your brother's hangover hungover was, but like the Mandalorian, Dark Saber, like unless you're like a Star Wars fan or something like that. But most of these are things that are fairly easily accessible without too much effort to like kind of
Mm,
research.
mhm,
And so I think a lot of times when it comes to putting things to paper or typing things in, you're thinking of the quickest thing to get your description going. So like maybe
mhm,
like the quickest thing, the first thing you think of is black. So you
mhm,
just say black,
mhm,
and you don't really think about all the other ways that you can really bring that poem or bring that
mhm,
phrase to life.
mhm,
And what we talk about a lot is using as many opportunities as you can to inject an image into the reader's
mhm,
our listeners' mind. And yeah, these just kind of give you some opportunities where you would have maybe just used black. You have some images that you can
mhm,
invoke.
mhm. And I think too, like the different situations they convey also different emotions and things like that. Disgust, like like mold in your shower, maybe fear, like the widow crawling behind the dryer, um, pain, like frostbite. So it's like
Yeah,
if you just use the word black, it doesn't necessarily always have that emotional value. Whereas like these things, you can start incorporating a lot. It's a lot more evocative. Once you have your draft of your poem, you can be like, okay, what are some of the reigning emotions in this piece, in which maybe I can find a description for an object or something that happens in a way that also furthers that.
when it comes to like filmmaking, and really the other kind of aspects are, but filmmaking, but there's also when it comes to like I think singing as a medium too. When you are looking for more ways to convey your message that aren't just the words themselves, aren't the fact of the
Hmm.
words, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so in a song, it's like, you might be saying one thing, you might be talking about like, let's say a breakup. And so it's not just the words that you're using that's going to get the listener to from A to point B when it comes from point A to point B when it comes to like, okay, this is a breakup song. It's also going to be
Hmm.
the melody. It might
Hmm.
be the instrumentation that's used
Hmm.
in this music that really invokes all those things to where like now it's a cohesive song that's kind of delivering all
Hmm.
those tonal or it's delivering all those things to kind of invoke the tonality that you're going for, which is like, you know, breakup song, like, maybe heartache, whatever,
Hmm.
whatever feeling
Hmm.
that you're trying to get at. And it's the same kind of thing when it comes to poems. I think this is a good thing. It's a good opportunity to, I think it's always a good thing to kind of utilize, if you have like a circle of friends, people like poets that you trust, that maybe y'all exchange poems and stuff like that, because where you might not see an opportunity for an image like this, somebody else might,
Hmm.
and it might be like really super useful because you're thinking to yourself, black is as deep as I need it to go. Or maybe you used one of these other ones, so like maybe you used uh the skeleton in the chimney, but it's like when you're describing it black, like something that's black, it's like you're talking about like, your childhood poem of you learning how to ride a bike and you're trying to describe the tires, and you're like, yeah, and the
Hmm.
tires were the color of the skeleton in the chimney. It's like,
Hmm.
what?
Hmm.
What just happened?
Hmm.
And but as opposed to that, depending on whatever other images that you're trying to invoke in the poem, like one of
Hmm.
the other ones might have helped a little bit more. So yeah.
And I think the very first time I did it, I stuck with the very predictable stuff, black, you know, dark, coal, night, kind of like the words that you would expect. And but then and I think it wasn't just me, it was a lot of people because we had never done this before. So then like we came into class because it had been one of our homework assignments, and then Vivey just like looks at these and she starts just pointing out like the really strange ones and things like that. And it's like, no, this is the stuff that's really working.
Yeah.
Good poems have something strange about them. So how are you incorporating that? And I think the other thing you see too is it becomes less about the color. Like for instance, in that example, like if you're describing the tires of your bike, like, oh, the tires of my bike were, you know, blacker than frostbite. Well, then you can actually, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But then the layers that adds. Oh, like the tires on my bike were frostbite. I mean, that adds a whole new thing. It's like, wait, what? How is that? And then like you kind of just it can completely change the direction of your palm in a way that you're not expecting. So try it out. Let us know what your words are. My name is Jeff.
My name's Matthias.
Thank you guys for your time. We'll see you later. Good day, good night, good afternoon. Take care.
See
Bye.
you.